My name is Ampiawah and I'm here at Sterling International School to interview the CEO of Attachy Construction Limited, Kwame Atta Acheampong. Hello viewers, my name is Ampiawah and I would like to introduce our honorable guest, the CEO of Attachy Construction Limited, Mr. Kwame Atta Acheampong. Welcome, Mr. Acheampong.
Thank you, my dear.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
I'm very ready.
Okay. Can you provide a brief overview of Attachy Construction Limited and its mission?
Our mission is to bridge Ghana with the rest of the world by acting locally and then thinking globally. We are infrastructure investors. We build schools like this, we build roads and the other amenities.
What inspired you to start Attachy Construction Limited and what challenges did you face initially?
I realized we have a lot of infrastructure deficit. We needed a lot of roads, we needed a lot of buildings, we needed a lot of schools. So I said, if I can do more for our country, why shouldn't I start in a small way by building up to make sure people have places to live, roads to drive on, among others. And that was basically my inspiration. And then through that, we are now working from Ghana with the rest of the world.
Can you share some key milestones in your entrepreneurial journey?
Yes, it's been very challenging space, but you can never become an entrepreneur without risk. We've been able to build a lot of asphalt roads, we've built a lot of hospitals, we've built a lot of built markets, we have built other infrastructure investments.
How do you approach leadership within your organization as a great leader?
You need to bring them, you share your vision with them, and then as you share your vision, they buy into it and you move together. When you always motivate them and they appreciate where you are coming from, they would always be with you and you can move on.
What is your decision-making progress when faced with significant business choices?
You need to believe in what you do. You take your time to walk through the challenges. And ultimately, with God on our side, you're always sure you'll be able to make it.
How has the construction industry evolved during your time as CEO?
The industry has always been very, very challenging. And then you can just imagine, if you want to build on a block, it takes time. We believe in time, and then ultimately you will get there. But it's not been easy, but thank God we are where we are now.
What trends or innovations do you see shaping the future of construction business?
Technology, equipment, value addition, and among other things. Like when you have access to capital, you can get equipment. If you have equipment and you can always hire to come over and add the value that we want to.
Could you discuss a particular challenge Attachy Construction faced and how you navigated through it?
It is to do with one project where we needed to prove ourselves. Equipment was also one problem, and then getting the requisite manpower to execute it. We were able to hire experts from outside the country, and we were able to fix it. So I strongly believe that when you are committed to the process, you'll be able to deliver.
What advice would you give to students aspiring to become entrepreneurs in the future?
If you want to become an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship is not for the faint-hearted. It calls for a lot of sacrifice. It calls for tenacity, resilience, and you should be able to commit yourself. It's always the passion that drives you. Remember, the journey is not easy, but when you are committed, you'll be able to deliver.
Okay. Are there specific skills or qualities you believe are crucial for their success in the business world?
You need to have a very strong values, your commitment to duty and purpose, ensuring that you are honest, punctuality. When you take something and you need to pay on time, make sure the people that your team, you develop your team and you add value.
How does Attachy Construction Limited contribute to the community or social causes?
We have done a lot of, we've given a lot back to society through our corporate social responsibility. We recently renovated Ampiawah middle school and one of their local schools. We've also, every area that we go to develop, we make sure we leave something there, especially in the area of education.
So education must be very important to you.
Without that, we cannot develop.
Okay. In what ways does your company prioritize sustainability and corporate social responsibility?
I think we've addressed that already. I told you that when we do this, we'll be able to.
What role do you think education plays in preparing individuals for entrepreneurship?
Knowledge is power. You should always be assured of developing yourself. If you need to be reading. The dynamics of the world is different. So if you do not learn, if you do not read, you don't know, then we can continue.
What role do you think families or parents play in preparing individuals for successful entrepreneurship in future?
I'm gently reminding everybody and parents that if you do not train your child well, the child will not be able to study. Peace of mind comes from home. And the only person, the students has peace of mind. And the environment is also hygienic. We will tend to learn better. And then we also expect them to guard and guide their works so that they don't fall prey to all the other vices that we see outside the school.
As a CEO, how do you manage the balance between work and personal life?
It's a thin line. When you are committed to your work, some of your friends will maybe leave you. But when you commit yourself, you will certainly get it. You can't live without society. So we play side by side. We need family, we need parents, we need everybody. You are not living in a life. So I think that we need to have between the corporate work and the social.
What practices or routines do you find helpful for maintaining a healthy work-life balance?
You should be able to have time to exercise. You should be able to make time for your family. You should be able to make time for friends. When you network, these are people who are going to introduce you to another friend who you may need or need you. And this is what I think you should be able to do.
I told you this, but I want to become when I grow up.
Then it's a very good opportunity. The honorable journey would like people like you, we want to encourage you, we want to come up with mentorship. We have a program that I will speak on so that we can encourage you to come along with us so that we can transfer power, knowledge, experience, and hand over the baton to we grow.
Thank you for joining us today, and I suggest that little kids like me come to Sterling International School to broaden their mind and prepare them to become great entrepreneurs in the future. Thank you for your time.